Hello bros, and welcome to this Effect Zero Profile Production and next part, Sakura Forest Girl. So, I think we're just gonna jump into where we left off last time, though I have actually not recorded for like a month since I actually recorded the Sakura Forest Girls last, so I might be a little bit rusty, but it should not be any problem. But, let's hit return. So, Maya is showing us the stars and talking, and Aiyana does actually look like she's a bit sad or concerned. Well, we'll see. Probably comes to get to know what soon. And they all lived happily ever after. Maya concludes one such story, then glances at Denise, smiling serenely. Do you enjoy that story, Aja? Well, as far as I think about stories lived heavily after, ever after, I would say those stories are always a scam. There's always something to happen after that is not heavily after, ever after. So, I would say not really, because those stories are usually fake too. What? No. And this is a way a blush spreading across my cheeks. I don't really care about such stories or anything, you stupid witch. Really, now. That is funny. My tutors. You speak as though you cannot stand me, but you express and tells a different tale. If you did not like my stories, surely you would not smile so when I tell them. I wasn't smiling. You still are. You really are bad at masking your emotion. What? No way. But one hand against my translucent mouth, I can't quite believe it myself until I double check, but Maya is right. My lips have been pulled into a wide smile during the last 20 minutes or so. I pout. Why am I so transparent? I really like it. It makes you most amusing to observe. I do so love how you two act stoic despite my exceptional nature. Actually, just gonna check so actually everything is turned on here. Considering I haven't recorded for a while, you never actually know quite sure if everything working as it should. But as far as I can tell, actually my mic actually be turned up a little bit too high. If I test, yeah, should be about there, because when I record on stream and all, so I usually have it so my voice only reach about yellow and not the red, because the red usually means it's a little bit too high. But seriously, this is a novel, so it is actually me you should be hearing and not something else. So it's not too bad to have the mic a little bit high. It is an exercise futile. I can't read that word. Of course. But watching your failures will never stop entertaining me. Hey! I showed Maya scowl over twin pigs on my knees. The three of us, Maya, Aiyana, and I, are sitting outdoors upon a complex woven rug. My arms are about my knees, and the night sky is above my head. A black velvet canvas littered with shining stories. The constellations are named after heroes of yore and tragic lovers. I never knew they had such a rich history, but Maya has opened my eyes. She knows far more about the world than her flippancy would have one believe. and she knows a lot about me too. She knows exactly what to say and do to infuriate me. But she also knows not to take things too far. After giving it some thought, I don't think she is as bad as I once believed. She might be such a bad ally, really. Mightn't, is it? I don't think that mightn't is a real word. I don't think so. I think she might not be such a bad ally. Is what is that the mightn't? At least that's a spell there. That's not a word. Actually, I can check that. I want to check that. I have to see if it's actually a real word, because if it is, well, I admit it. I was wrong. Oh god, it's actually a word. Wait, is it actually a word? I need to press this. Yeah, it's a word, but I mean, the only thing that's missing is a space and O. So I don't feel that's even deserving of a word. My phone charge is kind of broken. Well, not broken as in cable, so it's just really bad. So sometimes it loads, sometimes it's not, and sometimes it just likes to annoy me a lot by turning itself off without even any reason to. Now, I believe I exhausted all I wish to say about the stars for the night. Fire rests her hands upon a woven rug and offers me a smile. And as much as I enjoy teasing you, there are more important matters to attend to. Thank goodness. I pout. I don't think I could have done more of Maya's ribbing, not right now. It's way too late at night and I'm too tired to think of any witty hostess. Not that I'm any good at witty posters in general. My warriors aren't known for sparkling conversational skills. I prefer to settle disputes with my fist, or preferably my spear, which isn't an opinion right now. I don't even have my spear with me. I've been thinking, and I have at last come to a conclusion. Maya leans back, her fingers splayed across the complex patterns of the fine rug. You guys have proven yourself to be worthy servants. You have listened to all my commands, and have hastened to obey, and to make yourself useful. I know you only a week, but now I'm beginning to wonder how I was ever able to get on without you. You've been working very hard, and so I will consent to aiding you. Oh? Aiyana has been silent all night, but now she pipes up, her lips pursed in a small ring of surprise. Will you help us find Coco, Miss Witch? Indeed I shall. You are being serious in this venture, so I shall be serious in turn. Tomorrow morning I shall begin the preparation for a ritual. If all goes accordingly, this ritual should demystify your friend's whereabouts. I will tell you her location, and the three of you shall be reunited anew. It shall be just like the old days when you were children. What do you say to that? Oh, Miss Witch. Aiyana blue eyes look brighter even than the stars above our heads. They're glossy and I think they must be beading with tears. She looks so relieved it makes my own heart ache for her sake. Coco is near and dear to Aiyana's heart. She always gets like this when our absent friend is brought up, which is why I rarely mention her, though I often dream of her. I don't want to upset Aiyana. I don't think her current tears are the result of any upset, however. She was sad she would not be smiling as she is. Her leaf is almost luminous. Miss Witch, you're most kind. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Words cannot express how much gratitude I feel towards you. You truly are a wonderful person. Wonderful, am I? I have not heard that in a long time. Most people say I'm manipulative and opportunistic. There's a lot of long and a little bit hard words in Sakura novels lately. I mean, the Sakura novels I read back in the day, well, maybe not back in the day, but at least when I started doing them, they were a lot more easy to read than this. They'd be right too. Aiyana too nice for her own good. For once I agree with you. Aiyana is being much too kind. I toyed with you a good deal before I agreed to help you. I am sure anybody else in this situation would hold a grudge against me. I don't care about any of that. Aiyana's voice is unusually assertive. It cuts through the stillness of the night like a knife. Holding one hand to her chest, Aiyana meets Maya's gaze and says steadily, You amused yourself with Yaya and I, yes, but you were never cruel about it. You did not abuse your power. Aiyana pauses. She must be thinking back to the moment that Maya used me as a chair because she caught delicately. Well, not in any great capacity. You had no obligation to let us into your home or even to listen to our plight, but let's agree to help us. You have done a good deal for us. If you really do find Coco, I shall forever be in your debt. I think you are incredibly kind even if you do not, and I am very, very glad I met you. Oh gee, what do you know? Maya glances away, cowed, her cheeks faintly flushed. I think I've ever seen her blush before, and it surprises me. I think it surprises Maya too, because she laughs awkwardly. Her head dipped beneath the weight of Aiyana's feeling. I suppose my heart isn't quite as withered as I once thought. For a long time I suspected my veins were full of sawdust, not blood. I felt nothing but amusement from listening to the plight of others, and their tragedies never moved me. I was quite a cold, unfeeling woman. But although I am, it seems even I can change. The girls have shown me I can feel emotions beyond that of boredom and amusement. I still have the capacity to care for others, limit though it may be, and I very much wish to care for you. I know the world of which may not worth much, fickle creatures that we are, but I am being very serious when I tell you this now. I will do everything I can to help you. I arise early the following morning without Maya's assistance. I dress and rouse Aiyana, which takes a bit of gentle coaxing and then some not so gentle coaxing. Come on, Aiyana. I shake her shoulders while she pouts and tries to bury herself beneath the blankets. You need to get up. Just 5 more minutes. We can't wait 5 more minutes. Maya going to tell us where Coco is, remember? We have to wake up early so we can help her, and I like to get started on breakfast. I don't know what that witch wants from us, but I bet we need our stamina. Coco. Ah, yes, that's right. We need to find her. I can't stay in bed. And I suffer sleeping from beneath her blankets, weary-eyed, and begin. Oh God. And begins to dress herself, or at least she tries to. She's still tired and she has trouble tying her loincloth about her waist. Huh? Anna blinks sluggishly as her loincloth falls once more to the floor. What's going on? Why won't it stay up? You're not tying it tightly enough, silly. I'm not? Not at all. You're all fingers and thumbs. Maybe I should help her get dressed. I don't want Aiyana depending on me too much, but I don't think there's any harm in aiding her. Well, I don't think it's any harm in helping someone that has a little trouble, especially if they're sleepy. When you're sleepy, well, it's so hard to get some things done. My fondness of Aiyana soon wins to my worries regarding her self-sufficiency. Come here, let me. And as Aiyana would sit there obediently, her head bowed, every once in a while she yawns, tears beading in her blue eyes. Aiyana pretty cute in her half-asleep, not quite awake stage. She usually acts cool, but all her composure vanishes upon waking. I think the sneezes I did was the morning cold, actually. I have a quite extreme morning cold usually. It usually goes away pretty fast, but sometimes it's unable to not do anything about it. Though I woke up like 3 hours ago. Actually 2.5. Anna is definitely not a morning person. It takes at least half an hour for her to begin functioning normally. Well, it usually takes me half an hour sleeping more to function normally. She is so helpless she can't even clothe herself or brush her hair. I finish dressing Aiyana, then brush her hair with my fingers and secure it into her signature pigtails. Once I'm satisfied with her appearance, the pair of us head out to the river to fish. The morning sunshine serves to invigorate Aiyana, as does the warm breeze, and soon she returns to her typical state. We fish for about half an hour, then return to my hut with our spoils. Aiyana washes her and guts the fish, then cooks it, and the three of us sits down to eat breakfast, to gather in Maya's home. While eating, I posed Maya a question I've been mulling over since waking. What does the ritual involve exactly? You mentioned it last night, but you never gave any details. Will Aiyana and I be joining in? Yes, indeed you will. Finding your friends will require no small amount of energy on my part, and I will require helpers. You will be indistinguishable in finding your friend. I have a few doubts about that. My brow furrows. You're supposed to be this amazing or powerful witch. Can't you find where Coco is on your own? I'm flattered that you think me as strong as all that, but even I have my limits. I can cast simple spells on my own, but to find your friend I must attune myself with the earth and with the air. I must, to put it simply terms, become omnipresent, almost godly. That's not an easy feat even for a talented woman such as I. It will require no small amount of mana, which I do not possess. As such, I need you to aid me. During this ritual, I will need to attune your bodies to mine. I will fill you with my own mana and use you as conduit to summon forth power I could not otherwise tap in to. I see. I suppose that makes sense, but I don't know if I can help. Aiyana's parents are shamans. She has magical blood in her veins, but I don't. I'm an ordinary person, as mundane as they get. I never had prophetic dreams, I can't see spirits, and I'm totally impervious to mana. Will I really be of use? Not with that attitude, no. You need to have more confidence, Miss Warrior. What happened to the fierce, determined, obnoxious girl I first met? Hey, I'm not obnoxious. Who bunged into my hut uninvited and threatened to spit in my eye. Think back upon her and draw upon her strength. For this ritual to succeed, it is very important that you believe in yourself. I guess. I pick my fish, its large, unblinking eye stares back into my own. Do fish actually blink? I don't think fish actually blinks. I'm pretty sure fish doesn't even have eyelids. But I'm not 100% sure. I know some people can actually sleep with open eyes. So it's not totally unreasonable that maybe fish doesn't actually have eyelids. I mean, eyelids for humans, they're actually mostly used for moisturizing the eyes. So technically, because fish lives in water, it's not totally unreasonable that they might not actually have eyelids. It's funny to think that only half an hour ago I was swimming along the river full of life. Now it's dead and half of it is in my stomach. Our cook hasn't fallen into similar misfortunes. I've heard about tales about villages deep in the woods whose people practice cannibalism. Oh god. Huh. Aside. I was feeling pretty much hungry when I woke up, but now my stomach is all tied up in knots. What will happen if I mess the ritual up? I'm not cut out for all this witchy stuff. And even if the ritual does work, we might learn something horrible. What if Coco is in danger or else? Don't say what if she's dead, but my doubts hangs in the air all the same. More palatable head scenes of herbs, the permits even inch of Maya's home. Don't worry, Jaja. Hannah takes my hand in hers and squeezes it. I seen Coco in my dreams. I'm sure she's alright. Believe in her. I believe in you. We have come this far together. We only have a little way left to go. Soon the three of us shall be united and we shall be happy. I have faith in that. Nicely spoken. My giggles. You're such a good girl, Aiyana. You're going to make me cry. I don't think I'm all that special. I care about my friends, but I think that is normal. Oh, yours? You'd be surprised. Take for it from me, my dear. As an experienced witch, most people are not so thoughtful as you are. You recall the people I told you of last night who, despite the sight of their own reflections, yes, they make up for the majority of my clientele. I'm forever being hurted by people who care not for others but for themselves. They want to be beautiful or rich, or for the person they like to return their feelings. For very few ask for aid on the behalf of others. It is quite remarkable that you care for your friends so. With some luck, your pure feelings should touch the spirits and they should help us. I hope it is good news they give us if they answer our summons. It will be, I'm sure of it. Aiyana finishes the last of her breakfast and takes a sip of her tea. Once this is also finished, she looks at Maya, asks and says, "When will we commence the ritual?" "You're awfully eager, aren't you? I've not seen you this excited about anything since, well, ever." That's how Aiyana is when she talks about Coco. They go on really well. That is apparent, yes. Youthful friendship is so touching, particularly between young flowers such as yourselves. Aiyana and Coco might be flowers, but I don't know about me. I'm more like a weed. Put yourself down too much, Miss Warrior. You are not soft and feminine, but you are undoubtedly charming. Not all flowers are the same, but they're all beautiful in my eyes. Now, in regards to the ritual, Maya clears her throat. It is unfortunate, but we will have to wait until nightfall until we can begin. The spirits are shy, and they are more abundant beneath the moonlight, as is my own mana. We can have several hours still to go, but we have a good many things to do until then. What sort of things? You'll find out in due course. Maya smiles enigmatically. First, you should eat the rest of your breakfast. You will need your stamina. I'm going to put the pair of you through an intense workout your bodies never forget. Please forgive my ignorance, but why is she tied up? Why is she even chained? Okay, this is got weird. Okay, just for you to go get on my ass after I actually do check this episode 30. It she might actually be tied up and chained, but it's not unwillingly, which means it's I'm pretty sure that she actually agreed to it just so she could help find Coco. But that was all I have for Sakura for Skirts. This time, it's here, language chat. See you next time. Bye bye.